As a long-term dividend investor, it takes patience to see gains from your investments. In fact, two of my largest investments from last year have now generated significant returns. Throughout this video, I'm going to reveal my two best performing dividend stocks and explain why this is likely just the beginning. My name is Zach, and you should leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. If you've been following me for a while, then you'll definitely remember these two stocks. Not only did I feature them heavily in videos, but I invested heavily. As of November 2020, 22.3% of the dollars invested in my dividend portfolio were in these two stocks. Stock number one was ExxonMobil with a 68.55% total return. I bought this during one of the worst years in the history of the oil and gas industry. The price of oil plummeted and even went negative for a period of time. This led to ExxonMobil stock falling to its lowest price since 2002. If you go back and watch my videos at the time, I argued that the price of oil would eventually stabilize at profitable levels and that Exxon's high dividend would likely be safe. That thesis has played out and then some. The price of oil has now risen to the highest price in the last 5 years, and the company is beginning to generate serious cash flow again. They are about to announce Q3 2021 earnings, and I expect that it will be great. We may even see a dividend raise in our future. The current stock price at the making of this video is $63.86. I purchased 138 shares at an average cost per share of $40.91. ExxonMobil pays a hefty $3.48 annual dividend. This gives me an initial 8.5% yield on cost, and I've earned more than $580.30 in dividends so far. I reinvested all of my dividends into purchasing more shares. This has allowed me to acquire 11.01 more shares of XOM. In total, I now have 149.01 shares. When I include shares from dividend reinvestment, my dividend yield on cost is 9.185%. Without a dividend increase or reinvestment, my Exxon stock will generate $518.52 in dividend income over the next year. Overall, I invested $5,645.81 in ExxonMobil, and my current value is $9,516. This gives me a 68.55% total return. I'm planning to hold this stock over the very long term and reinvest dividends. The next quarter and likely year will be financially great for the company. I expect they will continue slowly growing their dividend on a consistent basis and resume share buybacks. When investing in oil stocks, it's very important to remember how closely tied it is to the actual price of oil. Supply and demand. I recommend being very conservative investing here. When oil prices are booming, I would be far more hesitant to buy. However, if you can buy in at times of weakness, then it can be a great addition to a long-term dividend stock portfolio. Stock number two was Federal Realty Investment Trust with a 68.71% total return. This was another stock that I bought in a time of crisis. In 2020, the economic shutdowns caused rent collection to be a major concern for REITs. Since this was a temporary problem, I used it as an opportunity to buy a quality REIT at a great price. Federal Realty focuses on high-quality retail-based properties in densely populated, affluent, and high-income areas. I think they have a reliable strategy for success, and I've made videos exploring this in the past. FRT has been consistently increasing their dividend for 54 years, and I expect this will continue well into the future. As of Q2 2021, they have 94% rent collection and have nearly fully recovered. The current stock price is $122.32. I purchased 41 shares at a cost per share of $77.20. It pays an annual dividend of $4.28, and I have a 5.543% dividend yield on cost. I've earned $255.70 in dividends, which I've reinvested into purchasing more shares. This resulted in 2.66 more shares, bringing my total shares to 43.66. When I include shares from dividend reinvestment, my dividend yield on cost is 5.903%. Over the next year, I'm estimated to earn $186.80 in dividend income. Overall, I invested $3,165.51 in FRT, and my current value is $5,340.65. This brings my total return to 68.71%. I plan to hold this long term and reinvest dividends. The common thread between my two best performing stocks is that I invested in them both when they were deeply unpopular. There was maximum fear and uncertainty in the market. I bought quality companies who were in unique times of crisis. This wasn't done blindly either. I did my research and determined these companies would recover long term. I also made sure to swing big. At that time, these two stocks represented 22.3% of my dividend portfolio cost basis. You can't always expect returns like this in 1 year, but big opportunities can come. The interesting thing is that these investments are likely just beginning to pay off. I'm going to keep earning high dividends and reinvesting into more shares. The dividend snowball is rolling. By the end of 2022, I wouldn't be surprised if both of these near 100% returns. Thank you for watching Dividend Data. I'd greatly appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you follow me on Twitter, link in the description, you can get real-time updates of my buys and dividends coming in. You can support the channel over on Patreon, where you can gain access to a community Discord server. The link is in the description. Please leave a comment below, and thank you for watching.